I'm Soda, and I am 9 weeks pregnant. Yay! Yay. So at this point, I am 9 weeks. So I wanted to go over the last few weeks, specifically weeks 4 to 8 through my pregnancy, and kind of describe some of the symptoms I've been having. I know they're symptoms that are pretty common, so if anyone is on this journey with me, I'd love to hear if you're dealing with anything similar, different. So it's interesting, right before I found out that I was pregnant, I was having a lot of cramps, and they just felt like pre-period cramps. So I was just expecting to start my period, didn't think too much of it. It was kind of a sign for me that my first 2 pregnancy tests were correct and I wasn't pregnant, and it was dumb for me to take another test, but I did want to make sure, and good thing I did, because obviously it was positive. But yeah, it did feel just like pre-period cramps. I also noticed a lot of sleepiness throughout the day. I've always had an issue with fatigue because of my thyroid issues, but this was different because I would feel physically tired all the time throughout the day before, but I was never able to fall asleep. I was never able to take naps, but I just was wanting to sleep all the time. As far as food, the first week I knew that I was pregnant, so week 4, I was craving beans a lot. And I know that beans are good for you when you're pregnant, so maybe that's why. But I just wanted like these little tacos with beans like every single day, sometimes multiple times a day. That's all I wanted to eat. I didn't have too much nausea compared to I've always had nausea problems, so they were just like the same as usual. But it wasn't until week 5 that the nausea started to get really bad. I didn't even want beans. I didn't want to eat anything. I had zero appetite. And I've been dealing with a condition called ARFID. It's a eating disorder that people kind of know as the picky eating disorder, where basically I can't eat anything that I'm not like in the mood for, because otherwise I'll just throw it up. I was hoping that because I already dealt with this, that I could deal with pregnancy pretty well, but I didn't think it could get any worse than it already was, but it did. I just didn't want to eat anything. I had certain foods that I used to be able to eat all the time because they felt safe to me. I couldn't even eat those. I was just getting my calories for the day were miserable. I was also doing CrossFit at the time. I just recently stopped. I might go back into it, we'll see, but I wasn't getting enough protein for that. Even though I felt nauseated all the time, I didn't start throwing up until week 6. Man, when I did throw up, it was really bad. At one point in the beginning of week 8, I think I got some sort of, I'm not sure if it was a stomach bug or something I ate, but it was probably the worst throwing up I've had in my entire life. And it wasn't just pregnancy, because my husband got really sick too and started throwing up, but his only lasted about an hour. Mine was like 6 hours straight, basically, of just throwing up, and it was so painful and traumatic, and I was convinced that I lost my baby because of it. So I was just freaking out, and my fear of food increased, and it was so bad. Luckily, baby's okay. I just had my ultrasound and everything's good, but around week 5, I just kept getting recommended videos on YouTube about miscarriages, where basically your body thinks that you you still have a baby growing in there, even though the baby stopped growing because of a chromosome issue or whatever. I was so scared that that's what was happening to me. My doctor had to give me strict orders to not watch any miscarriage videos because I was just sitting around for hours watching these and crying and it is happening to my baby. But I stopped watching those, and I'm glad for it because this is just not a good time for me to watch those. I haven't told too many people at this point. Mostly the people who know are people in my jiu-jitsu class and my CrossFit class, because they need to know why I can't do certain things, especially with jiu-jitsu, because I can't do my live rolls. I have to roll at like 5% because I don't want to get kicked in the stomach. I actually stopped going to jiu-jitsu because it was just too scary, and also with the nausea and spinning around, I couldn't do it, and the fatigue too. I actually haven't been needing to pee too much, considering how much water I drink. I feel like it's just kind of average, kind of like how I used to be. My husband still pees more than me. I think he's excited for when I have to pee all the time, so when we're walking around, like, and he has to go to the bathroom every like 20 minutes, I'll need to go to the bathroom too, so it's not just me waiting around for him. I keep making these videos and not posting them because looking at my phone and looking at the computer to edit them has been making me so nauseated. And I have my little obsession with YouTube videos, but I can't watch the videos anymore. I just find them and then look away from my phone because it's so bad. My husband's been really awesome with stepping up and just helping me with cleaning and everything. I know it's really hard for him because he goes all day at work and then comes home and needs to take care of me, and I try to do like simple things around the house because I'm not working right now, so I feel useless and guilty all the time because I'm trying to, clean the bathroom or whatever, but then I'll start throwing up because of the smells or whatever. And I'm just so tired. I'm so tired all the time, and I'm constantly being triggered by smells and sounds and everything. But he's been very understanding of that, so I'm really grateful. And anytime I feel like, oh, I think I could eat something, and I'll say whatever random thing it is. If I'm like, hey, I think I could eat like spaghetti or whatever, and we don't have anything for spaghetti, he'll go to the store, get everything we need for spaghetti, and make it for me because he loves cooking. He's an amazing cook, and he just makes me anything that I feel like I can eat. It's pretty awesome. I've been having a very strong aversion to meat. I cannot stand the smell of meat. I used to love the smell of bacon. Even though I wasn't a huge fan of the taste of bacon, I love the smell of it. But now I had to tell him, like, please don't make bacon when I'm here. Like, I'll start throwing up. I don't want to throw up. I really, really hate throwing up. I mean, I don't want to sound like super complaining. I am so grateful every single day for baby, and all the discomfort and everything is worth it, but it is hard. It's hard, but I'm hoping that in a few weeks when I get to my second trimester, it won't be as bad. I know some people have the nausea and stuff throughout their whole pregnancy, but if I could at least go back to how I was before and be able to eat my certain foods and have my routine, that will make my life so much better. But even if it doesn't, I'm so grateful for baby, and yeah, I'm gonna try to do another update in about 2 weeks of weeks 9 and 10. By the time I post this, it'll probably be at the end of week 10, we'll see. Anyways, thanks again for everyone who's been supporting me.